Hello everyone. I hope game sound and mic is fine. Gonna play some Warhawk. Not sure if many of you heard of this game. It's not. I don't think it's very known, but it was the first PlayStation game I've ever seen in a store. Oh, it's too loud. Sorry. That should be better. Yeah, the thing goes into screensaver mode and the music becomes a little bit less. Alright, this is Warhawk. I think I have to say it again. Amazing game. Kind of flight simulator, kind of arcadey. It has a awesome FMV. Let's look at this awesome intro. This is the first game I ever saw of the PlayStation, and it blew me away. Like coming from Super Nintendo, and this is the next evolution of video games. All right. So we're gonna let the cutscenes run because they're just too amazing not to. I'm gonna play on Granny because I'm a Granny, and I'm gonna use the aggressive control layout. Also putting the music on loud. That just makes the normal sounds a little bit quieter, but there's a lot of firing and it gets really annoying. So that's that. All right. Time ready. Let's go.
Commander.
This is Commander Jacek. The last strike against Creel was wiped out in less than an hour after they lost contact. I'm not losing my pilots because you can't cut through some interference. Those are my people down there, so find a way.
Commander, intelligence can't find anything on this Creel guy.
Creel's army can appear out of nowhere. Set up installation.
I love that it took that take.
No one knows how or why. I don't like mysteries, Corporal. They have a way of killing people.
She's giving it her all, and he can barely remember his lines. It's great.
Make sure that ship's 110% ready. Creel's army really has these super weapons. I want as much data as I can get. This will be close enough to a suicide mission as it is. Hatch, Walker, you've read the mission briefs. Creel's army keeps popping up all over the place. The last time they showed up, Strike Force Alpha went after them.
There wasn't enough of them left to fill a Boy Scout troop.
Creel's forces didn't even flinch.
The rest of Strike Force Omicron's already down there. Your mission's a little different. Creel's been using some kind of new fuel source, and I want you two to find it.
Nothing like a little search and destroy, right, Hatch?
Walker, you misread your briefing. I want you to go into the hot zone and bring that fuel source back. Lock it down and power it up. We have a priority 1 launch.
Alright, so the first thing about this game, the hardest thing about this game is the controls, because this was pre-analog stick era. So you only use the D-pad to control this. Luckily you have the bumpers, so it's not that bad. But it's it's not easy if you play this for the first time, especially since you kind of don't know what to do. So we have to destroy these 4 thingies there. They take multiple hits from my swarmers. Oops. So there are 2 ways to play this, kinda. You can either do runs and then back up again, or you can come to a stop and then strafe. The game doesn't let you strafe while, well, it kind of rolls you if you are having speed. But strafing is like the best way to take out any stationary things, and they are mostly stationary things. You don't ever take out like the other fighters that are flying around because they barely do any damage. Alright, that's them. Now the pyramid comes up. Oh, it did? Oh. Last time I played this game got stuck in a cutscene. So I hope that is not happening today. Also, the music in this game is just amazing. The one thing about the stage is that you can barely see. Very ridiculous. And the lock-on system tends to lock on to things that you don't want to lock on. A little bit annoying, but I can deal with it. So we have to take out all of these little things. That explodes the top of the pyramid, and now we gotta pick up the new fuel source that they were searching in the middle of the pyramid, which is the, as the title say, the red mercury. Which apparently is a super powerful fuel source. I'm not sure why they put it in a pyramid. The cool thing about this game, if you do like no collateral damage, you get extra ammo. Also, you could do, if you do the mission extra fast, you get a lightning strike, which eliminates a lot of the attacks.
Don't bother getting out. Your ship's rearmed and they're unloading the canister you brought back now. There's another site about 50 clicks out that's shrouded in that same interference you just left.
Creel's forces? Wait a minute, you're sending us out there again?
Got a better idea, Walker? It's a canyon zone. Your ship's the most maneuverable one we've got left. And that weird interference is blocking everything. I need a status report.
Not really sure what exactly I need a status report of, but this is the canyon stage. This one's pretty fun. Since you can kind of like fly through everything without having to engage pretty much anything, except like there are some wall bosses in this stage. Also, the number 2 thing in this game, the physics. Like, this is early 3D graphics and it has pretty basic physics. They work pretty well, but at times they don't. Especially when they do like little corridors, you get stuck on things, and that's really... that can kill you a lot of times really easily. Oversteered. Okay, that's the first wall boss. I'm just gonna come to a dead stop here and start strafing. A little bit too far behind, but it's fine. Oh, now we're going backwards. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I mean by the controls are a little bit wonky sometimes. It's really hard to like control exactly where you want to go. Just need to blow up the last little thing there, and the thing is gone. This deactivates this gate here. Also, this game runs at Ocarina of Time frame rates sometimes, so there is a lot of stuttering. Ouch, okay, I took that hit. Not sure why, but like, took it on the right shield for some reason. That's fine. The shields regenerate, which is nice. So you can kinda like... in the speedrun, you would never want to take any damage, because then you would have to wait and let your shields regenerate. That costs a lot of time, and you kinda don't wanna do that, of course. There is no speedrun of this game, by the way, so if you want a free world record, just go for it, I guess. Yeah. Second wall boss coming up. Same strategy here, except that he's rotating. It's gonna missile the crap out of it. And it's dead. That clears that second wall there. Oop. Except that I can get stuck here. These mines are following me. Oop, where's the door? Yeah. It's easy to get lost in this stage. Very easy. Like, you can get like right back to the beginning if you take the wrong turn and then go backwards, kinda. Okay, I didn't want to do that. That's not good. Yeah, a little bit too much front damage here, so we're gonna take it a little bit safe here, not too fast. Don't wanna take too much damage on the front, which unfortunately is the number one thing we're gonna take damage on. Well, the third stage of this level is just follow the river, and you get to where we need to be. Our shield's nicely recovered there. Alright. Next boss coming up. Just a little bit. There it is. We're just gonna... Took a lot of damage in the back for some reason, I'm not sure why. Just gonna strafe left and right to kill that one. And it's dead. Just gonna wait for it to explode. And move on. The pickups in the levels are consistent, so if you pick up like an extra in a stage, you get it till the end of the game, until you die, basically. Which can be cool, but I don't really know where all the pickups are, and they kinda... They kinda cost time to pick up. There's also a password system in this game, which is really interesting, because they have a password for every single little checkpoint, which is amazing. So if everything goes south and I game over, I can just pretty much start from the last checkpoint and not lose too much time, hopefully. I shouldn't game over, but this game can brutalize you in some areas. Like, not even in hard intended areas, just areas where there's a lot of physics involved, and if you get crushed, you're pretty much dead. Also, if you like take bosses head on first and don't do strafing. Also, the last boss can blow you up pretty easily. So this is the last one of the bosses in this stage. It has two sides. Take up this one side, then fly to the other side. Let it turn here, avoid the missiles, and strafe to win. Oh, you took a lot of damage there in the front. So if you stand still, you pretty much die instantly. There. That's the last thing there. You can also use the machine gun. You have a lot of weapons to choose from. You have plasma cannon, which you can charge up. You have the flashpoint which I got, which gets rid of projectiles and prevents enemies from shooting. You got the swarmers, which is a lot of missiles that have damage lock-ons. Same as swarmers, but a little bit less damage. And you got like just normal missiles that just fly straight, and they are, I think, the best weapon. You can also upgrade your weapons, and that's a pickup worth picking up, especially for the standard. Okay. Going into cockpit mode here to pick that last thing up. That was a good stage. Get the bonus. That's one extra flash and 150 missiles, which is the most important thing because missiles.
Good job
is,
down there.
I think
But
the best
before you
weapon
cleaned
too,
out that canyon, a message
because you can
got
just
out.
spam it.
We tracked it to a cloaked transport over the Pacific.
Transport. Now, why is that the last thing I wanted to hear?
It's not good. It's not good at all.
The lab boys analyzed the sample you brought back from the pyramid. We think Creel built those mysterious bases to get it.
So they're mining this...
Red mercury. Analysis IDs it as part of a classified government project that was aborted and supposedly shot into space. Somebody lied. Creel's been digging it up. No one knows much about it, but it's rated as a Class 1 threat.
And this transport, it's carrier.
The Internationals will run interference. I want you to cripple that transport and get its cargo.
Begging the commander's pardon, but are you crazy? One ship up against a whole transport convoy? How about a little support from the rest of the force?
Mr. Walker, you were at the pyramid in the canyon. How many ships did you see come back?
I mean, that's a pretty nice question, considering there was only one ship there to begin with, and it came back. But don't mess with the commander, she's fierce. This was just pretty fun. You gotta blow up these little whales there. It's also like you can die easily in this stage. I'm just gonna do some cleanup of like cannons, so there is not that much like fire. One down here. So the mission pretty much in each mission is to pick up these canisters, but they aren't very hidden. Like usually they are right at the end of the stage somewhere, or they are. Oops, I did not want to do the epic swirl here. Or they are like hidden in enemies, which are pretty obvious, like these whales there. Yeah, me too. I missed that from me too. They were great. Okay, I'm gonna kill these first because with the next thing coming up, the main ship is going to become a little more dangerous, and I don't want the other stuff to shoot at me. Is this the engine? Yeah, this is the engine. I need to go to the other side. First we're gonna blow up this thing here. Did some damage there. There we go, that's the last of them. And now the physics part begins, and that's pretty cool for a game of this time, that you go into the actual thing right here, into the ship, blow a hole. Get right into it, and this is like where it becomes a little bit finicky with these doors that go up and open and close. I mean, because if you get caught in between that, you're pretty screwed. But I made it through. Kinda bumpy right there, but it worked. There are 2 canisters here. Now they're putting out the big cannons. Did we pick up everything? I think so, yeah. So there is another canister that you can miss that As you can see there, they put it right there, but usually, I mean, you go back that way anyway, so actually you won't miss it. I think we can make it through here pretty nicely. Yep, just in time. Let's get out of here. And now we need to kill that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, that hurt. I guess you can go for the pickups here because these things drop canisters and some of them also drop, I think, a shield refuel or a shield resupply. No, don't hate it when they like lock onto the last thing on your screen. The last thing you want to do in this game is get stuck. I should actually look at this. Go, one down. And now we can pick up the shields. Shields. We want to kill these cannons because that triggers a cutscene where the back hanger opens. Canister. There we go. And the last 3 canisters are inside the ship. On the back side. Did I kill that thing? I didn't want to do that much of a turn. There we go. Let's check the top real quick because there is a pickup I want. Full shields. You didn't really need those, but that's a nice safety. Now we get to the back of the ship. That is not the back of the ship, that's the front. Go, that's the back. And that hangar just opened. Okay. But there's a nuke in the top corner here that you can pick up. It's a little secret. Gonna pick that up, or Doomsday as they call it. This is the easiest way to pick up stuff if you are in the cockpit mode here. And that's mission complete. We did not get the lightning fast. This mission took a little bit too long, I guess. Look at this awesome screen. Totally not on strings.
Army immediately launched a series of worldwide attacks when that transport went down.
Good. Sounds like we heard him.
That ship was carrying the largest supply of red mercury yet. And we projected its intended destination to this point.
It's a very scenic view there, Commander.
Creel's forces crippled our satellite uplinks. We think his main research facility is somewhere on or near this island.
Careful, don't make it too easy for us.
Can it, Walker? Since Creel went on the attack and the existence of that red mercury has become known, some countries are discussing atomic sanctions.
Oh, that's nice.
If we don't get those canisters from Creel, we could be facing full-scale nuclear war.
Let's get that bird off the ground. We got a long day ahead of us.
Full-scale nuclear war. let's go. So this is the volcano level. Pretty straightforward. You have to kill certain, well, not even sure what it is, like platforms, I guess. You're not gonna have as much missiles as I would like to in this, so I'm gonna use a little bit of machine gun. Machine gun is pretty weak, but if you upgrade it, it becomes amazing. Go first one down. Problem with this mission is that everything does a ton of damage. But this level has an amazing feature, in my opinion, and you will see that in a moment. Maybe not miss then. Yeah, that's the full shield. We can save that for later. We have to kill this thing anyways for the last thing to come up. Because we might take a lot of damage on the last thing. And... over here, I guess. Well, that's fine. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. Go, second canister. And now we can go to the other layer of this stage. Through the clouds, which looks amazing in my opinion for a PlayStation game. They did a really good job with the graphics. And there are more platforms here. Down. Gonna use the plasma weapon for this one, even though I cannot, like, it's an odd weapon in that you have to like charge it. So it also does less damage the further away you are. So we're gonna kind of charge it full here. Try to get a good shot off. There's one. It also doesn't do a lot of damage for how long you have to charge it, to be honest. Oh god, I missed. It does no damage if you miss, I guess. There we go. Is that the last one up? No, there's another one. So many buttons you have to press. Oh god, we're taking too much damage here. Gonna sink down for a little bit of a recovery here. Probably pick up that shield. Was it over here? Nope, that's not it. I might just recover without, I guess. A ton of damage here. Can use the swarmers to take out the rest, I guess. Okay, now it's time for the volcano to come up. That big thing there, and that hurts a bunch. It's also pretty hard to take out because these freaking things are like, it locks onto the ones in the back and then it doesn't hit anything in the front. That's annoying. But we actually got super lucky here. So far at least. There we go. That was pretty good. Just get in the freaking volcano, into the RGLove itself, and get some graphics bugs, I guess. But we finished the mission. The last 2 containers were in there. Yeah, the swarm missiles are really satisfying in this game. There should be a lightning fast, so we should get extra. And collateral damage, so we get another one of those nice flash bombs. And flash bombs will be really handy at the last level. So this is technically the last level coming up, because it's like 2 levels in one.
What the hell is going on?
But it's also the longest.
Don't know, don't care. Let the lab boys figure it out. They're downloading the scanner down
I love
now.
the screen dangling there.
Got bigger fish to fry.
What's the mission, Commander?
That's Creel's main stronghold. It's the closest our agents could get. Creel's forces were just too tough.
Tell me about it.
He's pulled out all the stops, launching major offensives worldwide. Every national force is engaged. We drew the prime ticket. We get to dig him out of his hole.
What does that old saying about cornered animals come to mind?
The mothership is maneuvering into low orbit over the base. We can cycle just enough power to punch a telepad beam through the red Mercury interference. While his forces attack us, we'll transport you to the main fortress itself, somewhere on or near the outer wall.
Does that you include air support?
That you barely includes your ship's wings. Besides, we'll need everything we've got to run decoy for you. It's up to you to take out Creel.
Well, no pressure.
Cycle auxiliary powers to the teleporters. Prepare for final transport.
It's on. The final transport. There is a suicide button in this game. If you press all 4... Oh, wrong button. If you press all 4, like X, triangle, square, and circle together, you will eject and suicide. And I didn't know that for some time and accidentally killed myself. So this stage is pretty tedious because it's one long freaking tunnel. And it's not that hard, but it's super easy to die. Because it has those! More of these stupid walls. And you just have to like throttle and speed up. Because if you get stuck on a wall and it closes, you can't just speed up and go through it. You need some kind of like momentum to it. Oh, I'm gonna kill these real quick. Because you also cannot like camp, so to speak, because these pyramids in the floor, they will respawn. And they're just gonna homing missile your ass constantly. They also shoot through doors conveniently, while you cannot. And there you can see this is where the annoyance comes in with the like side things there. It's just... Sometimes you get just flung around. Or this happens, I guess. Ouch. Like you can take this slow and kill everything, and it will stay dead if you die and come back. But we got no time. So this is an area where you can kind of like recover a little bit. And I will use the cockpit mode here because there are some enemies down here which are very annoying and you tend to miss them. Just gonna dip down and they do a ton of damage. They're just right in your face, so you have to kind of take it a little bit slow here. Alright. So we gotta wait a little bit for our shields to recover. Also finding that like cockpit and out of cockpit mode was not an easy task. You have to hold start and press up and down to do that. So that's the only way you can zoom in and out. Let's go. Oh, I didn't mean to do this one with you. That was almost bad, but actually recovered pretty nicely here. Mines, don't get stuck. closing me. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay. So we kind of like 3/4 to the first part here of this level. There's the first fire section, which can, like, if you get hit by the fire, you pretty much die very fast. It does a ton of damage, so I'm gonna take it a little bit slower here. Maybe a little bit slower than this. Can probably come up with a good strat to do this room very fast. But if you die, you go back to the beginning in this one. Until you get through the first, like, checkpoint, I guess. Here we go. Door, is that door opening? That door closed on us. That was almost bad, we could almost get stuck. It's sometimes even insta-kills here, not always. Depends on what the physics engine feels like doing at the moment. Okay, that was lucky. A little bit too risky here. More mines. This mine says a drop. Take that. Do this little thingy here, and here is the first mini boss of this area. Can just rave it. It's one dead. It's two dead, I think. Yep. And 3 dead, and now we're gonna kill these little turrets here. Hello, turrets, die, please, thank you. I can afford to take all the damage here because there's, I think, a shield in there. Or maybe not, it doesn't really matter because they don't really do much damage. Just want to get rid of them. There we go, there's the shield replenisher. And then there are some pickups, some pretty good pickups here. That's plasma, we don't need that, but enhanced guns is vital. It makes your machine gun so much better. More swarmers. And another Doomsday weapon. So now it has deactivated this force field, so we can now go to the store. And this is just more of the same. With the difference that we can now kill these things with pure machine guns, because our machine gun is stronger, so we can save a little bit on missiles. Doesn't matter too much because we can get a replenish later. I'm kind of like a little bit low on health from the front. Oh, this was bad. It's gonna hit me in the front. Ah! Okay. Take it a little bit slow here. Just gonna wait a little bit here. 2 cycles or something. So yeah, optimally in a speedrun this would not happen. Here. So if you want to replenish your health in this area, you kind of have to camp one of these pyramids coming out of the ground. He got a shot off before. Right, this is dead. Hope the other one doesn't hit me, and this other one is shooting in my back. Should be clear now. Ow, ow, ow. Open up, please, thank you. But that was called for. Okay, we can still make this. Okay, these fire sections are actually a godsend at times because you have actual time to replenish your health, because there's nothing else that will hit you except if you fly in the fire. So almost did there. coming up is the luckily the last part of the so-called gauntlet. They do the like little trap again where they put things right at the top here again. I don't want to go back. Okay. Need to pop up and kill those. Not like this. Or like this. And we missed. Okay, this is not good. Kill this thing, thank you. We have another one on the right. Just looking for a little bit health. There we go. And now we can go through here. So there are multiple endings in this game. Oops, I took a little bit of fire damage on my tail there. That's fine. There are multiple endings in this game depending on what you do with the end boss. I'm trying to get the best one, but I cannot guarantee I get it. Because it really depends on timing and you only get one chance basically. So if I screw it up, it will just play the ending. Oh, that was bad. Okay, through here. Okay, just shoot through this one, I guess. That's all good. Close one there. Ow. You. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just halved our shields. And we're still getting hit from behind, so I have to move on. But my missiles are just flying through this thing now. Okay, we kind of made it. Yep, okay. Oof. Okay, all good. Actually, not all good, because we're taking massive tail damage here. Just getting another flash bump here. Not quite as high in shield as I want to be. But we should be okay, I guess. Because this section should be over any second now and it's so long. Did we take that damage, really? I guess. What? That damage. Okay, I have to camp here a little bit. Yeah, the more damage you take, the more time you lose in this game. It's pretty straightforward, because you have to recharge your shield. Once your shields are down, you pretty much go down instantly. Like, there's even damage to the ship where your engine can fail and stuff, but I mean, it's such a short damage radius that it doesn't really matter, you're kind of dead at that point anyways. I guess it makes it a little bit more dramatic. Don't get it by the mind, please, thank you. Alright. You're in good shape now. Squeeze through here. Down here. Right. We're gonna use the swarmers for this boss. This boss is pretty strange. You will see the scroll, or whatever his name is. For the first time. Just gonna shoot this thing in a little bit. Also, he's giving it his all.
As you disrupted my plans. You think you're heroes? You think you've stopped me? You are fools! I, alone, have tapped the power of Red Mercury. I understand its true nature. With it, I am God! Now, face my divine retribution.
Great scene. fighting now this little thing here, which honestly probably one of the easiest bosses, to be honest. You can just strafe it. Doesn't really do much damage. I guess it does damage if you stand still, but with strafing it kinda is fine. The only thing that's a little bit wonky about this is he changes like direction pretty abruptly. Something nice for us, which is mega guns. That makes your machine gun extremely good. There are also upgrades for the swarmers and the lock guns, but I'm not getting them. Okay, and this is the last level of the game. Just puts you right in. Doesn't even refill. I mean, your last transport was there, so why would it refill? Okay, so we have this giant tower and has like these layers of shields. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, just take out everything. But the one thing you have to do is pretty much keep moving. Else you're gonna die instantly. Not instantly, but pretty fast. Also, if you shoot too much machine gun, as you can see in the bottom left, it starts to heat up. Not too concerned about my ammo here, because there's a full refill at the end of this, before the last boss. There we go, that's the first layer done. Just checking if the mask down here is down. Okay, all good here. Then we go up a notch. Get this first mask here. The last boss in this game is kind of hard. Like it's kind of a mixed bag a lot of times. Oh, we even got ultra lock guns. That's nice. But yeah, I kind of don't want to waste too much ammo right now, because there's like one little section coming up just before the refill where rockets coming out of the sides, and those rockets are super damaging. And I kind of want to like burst them down as fast as I can. That's a big boom. Go. You. Okay. Died. Just the last point here. That's nice of him. Oh, I had this game, but I actually never made it far as a kid, even though this game is really not hard. I think I just couldn't grasp the concept of 3D controls really on a controller back then. Like, I guess the strafing just is what makes it really easy. So now you have these little things coming out there, and I want to kill them as fast as I can. These little fisty fists. Ton of damage. I'm gonna use a flash bomb here, because that will actually stop them for a little bit. And that's the actual use of the flash bombs. Still not all of them. Should be the last one here. Alright. So now, on top of this tower, there's a full refill for all your weapons. Conveniently. I think it's the only one in the game. And now we're going to initiate the last boss. If I could find the entry. There it is. Alright, let's go.
So, it has come to this. Two small men with their puny weapons stand between me and this insignificant speck of a world. None of you comprehend what you face.
He's just great.
Have unlocked the secret of red mercury. I alone understand its power. I am one with it. It flows through my veins and fills me with the fury of a god by its might. I am rightful ruler of the earth. Yet, you all defy. Your poultry weapons, your pathetic armies. I will show you the face of true power. I will destroy you all.
It's just great. I love this scene, I love this guy. Yeah, he seems to have really fun with this. Yeah, the last boss is... It's not easy. Kind of have to follow him. If you get too close, he uses like a lightning weapon on you, which burns you down immediately. Why are you doing this to me, game? Thank you. What you have to do is you have to explode yourself by flying into his mouth. You can use Doomsday, I guess. So the problem is that it's like really hard to time depending on how far away you are. So I'm kinda like trying to power it down a little bit here. So this one eye is already blue, for some reason I can still target it. Might go for an attempt now, depending on what he does. Let's go. I think we got it. So I suicided just before I hit the mouth, and that actually gives you the best ending if you don't get the bug, which is also possible because sometimes the game thinks that you died and just restarts for you. So you get an endless loop of cutscenes. It is dead, and that is actual time. Probably my best run so far, to be honest. Don't think I ever did a no miss. And this is the best ending ever. The escape pod is tossed like a feather in a hurricane as the red mercury detonates inside Creel's battle fortress. With repulsors screaming from battle damage and overload, the cockpit slams into the moist Earth 3 miles from the site of Creel's defeat. Hours later, Hatch regains consciousness, hearing voices outside the canopy. He cries out to the rescue party, led by Commander Jessica herself. Soon the two heroes are celebrated all over the world. Hatch is promoted to general. Walker rekindles his romance with Jessica, all is well. Until something fouler and more devious than Creel's tormented mind surfaces. I'm not sure exactly what its triggers it, but there's also an ending where one of the guys and the commander go to sell t-shirts that say I survived the war or something. It's great. Tie-dye t-shirts. I'm not sure what like causes that. Maybe since I didn't die, and if you die it does that, I'm not sure. But yeah, this is Warhawk, an awesome game. There's a little bit of a end credit scene, I guess.